Sorry for the delay, but welcome everybody to community meetup number 2. This was a short notice meetup. We didn't have a ton of time to promote it, but we're grateful that you're here. Is that Gene and Mac? And their boss? Listen, the Saros community, we're all suits and ties here. There's no fun that happens. It is all strictly business. No jokes allowed. That being said, what none of you understand is while we're doing these things, our team Slack channel behind the scenes is nothing but roasting me, just so you know. And if you were wondering who the ringleader is, it's Alex Slens. It is Alex Slens.
Do not put me on blast like that. It is not.
Listen, so here I am.
It's a joint effort.
Here I am incredibly busy trying to put this really mediocre slide deck together. And so I'm like, hey, everyone, we're going to start a little late. You got to finish the slide deck. And what does Alex say in our team chat? Down the type to cheat on an exam and tell his professor while doing it. Huh? Yeah.
I'm just saying, you publicly said you hadn't finished your slide deck yet. You don't say that out loud.
I needed to give
I'm doing really other busy work. It's really important. And it's definitely I finished this beforehand.
All right. Slide deck's been done for weeks. I'm crunching numbers right now.
Exactly.
Like, you don't understand the type of just mental fortitude it takes to get through a day on the Educate team when my team is just harassing me 24/7. Alex was saying, so when she was interviewing for the job a year and a half ago or whatever it was, we brought up, what was it, Severance? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Severance is a great show. Go watch it. She has now spun that story.
No, that is not what happened. During my interview with Dallin talked about TV shows for like 15 minutes. And then said, have you seen Severance? And I said, no. And he said, do you have Apple TV? And I said, I think so. And he goes, all right, you have to watch it before our next interview or else you don't get the job. And I said, oh,
that's not true.
So I did it. It was a great show.
I don't think I said that. But you're welcome anyway.
You definitely said that.
Anyway, thank you all very much for joining. Community meetup number 2. If you remember community meetup number 1, that was, a while ago, right? Was that October 2023? That was when we were on that old, like, janky ass kind of platform and we were announcing the new one. We've come a long way since then. And all thanks to our amazing community members. So glad you're here. Like I said, we had a switcherooski going on with our webinar schedule, which left us with an open date. And we always try our very best to do something live once a week. And so with an open slot, we decided to just push in a little community meetup. So again, we weren't able to really promote it too much. So all of you that are here, we super appreciate you for being here. We got some fun stuff to do and some fun stuff to talk about today. Starting with some quick Educate announcements, some upcoming stuff. So next week, Thursday, July 25th, we'll be holding a webinar creating Saros templates hosted by none other than Educate's own learning experience designer, Kelsey Coker. During this webinar, she will be going through the ins, the outs, the tips, the tricks, and the best practices of creating templates within Studio that can then be used for other team members, other editor users on your team. We'll go through the best practices, how to make them editor friendly. She'll go through step-by-step how to create a template to really help you be able to scale and maximize the use of Saro within your organization, within your team. All that fun stuff. We'll incorporate things like the asset library, when to use hotspots, when to use interactions directly on objects, all that kind of stuff. Kelsey's a whiz at all of that. So next week, we'll see you there. I won't be there. I'll be in Alaska. But Kelsey, holding down the house. It'll be amazing. Also, if you have not completed Interactive Content Creation Part 2, our guided design course, that is kicking off the week after next on July 30th. During this course, I know a lot of you have been through it already, but during this course, Kelsey is also leading this one. It's just Kelsey hour, going through the more in-depth, more complex ins and outs of developing interactive content within Saros, identifying opportunities for interactive content, and just kind of like streamlining the whole process. So a lot of you have been through our design series of guided design courses. This is on the other end, how to really maximize the usage of Studio in your flow. Additionally, we have Creating Your Design Process, a guided design course hosted by me the day after Kelsey's kicks off. This is our capstone of our visual design series. I know many of you have been through it. This is probably my favorite course because it's more about you as a designer than it is about Saros, than it is about design philosophy, techniques, layouts, any of that kind of stuff, helping you develop your own creative process. So when you are faced with a design project or a project of any sorts, you can tackle it with ease because you've created your own design process. So, oh, yes, Heather, Jean, and Mac will all get their Onyx badge. That's what I'm talking about. Jean, raise the roof. We'll all get their Onyx badge after they complete Interactive Content Creation Part 2. Okay, so then two more. Ooh, I haven't seen this one yet. Alex, did you make that? Beautiful.
I did.
Beautiful. All right, so following up with Kelsey's Creating Saros Templates webinar, a few weeks later, Travis will be doing part 2, which is a webinar about how to adapt Saros templates. So if Kelsey goes over the creation process of Saros templates, how to put them together, all that fun stuff, Travis will then take that and talk about how you can take a template and transform it into something else. Because oftentimes you don't have the exact template you need for the job. So we're going to go over some tips, tricks, best practices of how to adapt existing templates that you can leverage for other experiences. Think of taking something from like a landing page and turning it into a case study. Those types of things. Really good for the editor users amongst you, but also incredibly handy for the studio users amongst you. So incredible work. Visuals and digital layouts. I think everyone has been through this one. Also one of my favorite courses. That starts August 13th. And then this one will be hosted by the Saros marketing team, but facilitated by our own Liana, where interactive content fits into your campaign. This is for the marketers out there, just talking about strategies of how to utilize the content you can create within Saros within your marketing campaigns. So super excited about all of those. So sign up. We'll see you in courses. We'll see you with some Onyx badges. I think we have 6 people currently with Onyx badges. Meg, you are certainly one of them. About to get 3 more. So I love that very, very much. Anyway, those are our quick announcements. So let's go over some spotlights and highlights within the community. Number 1, Anna's beautiful Saros Educate homepage banner. Check it out. So good. If you remember Meg's the previous quarter, that was beautiful. We asked Anna to do one this quarter, and she did not disappoint. Hand illustrated, hand created, crafted with love. Thank you very much, Anna. Wanted to point that out because we always get compliments on these sorts of things. It's something that we do quarterly. We rotate through them. Like I said, Meg's was the previous quarter, Anna's is this quarter, and then one of you lucky community members will be the quarter after next. So yeah, this is awesome. I love just like the pages flying off of the screen out of the browser, right? Some Saros elements flying around. We got this adventurer pirate surfing the web on a mouse with the Kraken trying to get him. It's beautiful, Meg. Or Anna, sorry. It's beautiful. I love it so much. Surfer on the mouse. Genius. So that is spotlight number 1. Spotlight number 2 comes from our very own Educate member, Patrick McDaniel. Some of you have seen this before. Probably one of the best experiences made in Saros. Pat's getting married in September. Congratulations, Pat. His beautiful bride-to-be Darby and him getting married in the Alps of Utah. I will be in attendance. As a matter of fact, spotlight of myself, Pat has asked me to give the speech. So you're ready for a roast. Anyway, so as a part of getting married, you obviously need a wedding reception RSVP page. So Pat utilized Saros to create probably the best RSVP page I've ever seen in my entire life. Check it out. It's Pat and Darby getting married. So you can scroll through this. Let me extend my browser a little bit. There we go. All right, that's better. You can scroll through this. Note the hover state. Just absolutely beautiful. The shoes that Pat or that Darby is wearing here, perfect. Very good job with the copy here, Pat. I think you get the idea. I have no idea how I'm going to fill out this entire text block. I wish I had more coffee. Iced coffee, ideally, indeed. There they are. It's a beautiful one. So we've got a Google Maps of where the reception is taking place because it is, again, in the Alps of Utah. So it's a journey to get there. It's beautiful. Honeymoon funds. Hey, Pat, do we have honeymoon plans? No? I don't think we have honeymoon plans. All right. Mike isn't working. All right. And then the RSVP here. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. But I forgot the best part. All right, you ready for this?
Feels like I'm standing on a timeless stream of light mists, of pale ambrose. Feels like I'm lost in a deep cloud of heavenly scent. Touching, discovering you. Those days of warm rains come rushing back to me. Miles of windless summer nights, secret moments.
Wonderful usage of the SDK plugin there, Pat. All right.
Thank you very much.
Oh, his mic's working now with the
Yeah, I
Costco
had
get
to
up and
grab the
everything.
AirPods.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Beautiful, Pat. Beautiful. I'm sure that the lead gen and just like the click-through rate is just through the roof with this bad boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. KPIs off the charts.
He's off the charts. Okay, then our last spotlight that I really want to point out is a new community member who could not make it today. Abby Burke submitted probably one of my favorite landing pages that I've seen in a long time, Backyard Animals. This is so cool because, first of all, as you know, orange is my favorite color, but Abby drew all of these illustrations and it is awesome. So I'll just kind of scroll through. It's all about backyard animals and just little interesting facts. I feel like this is right up like Meg and Anna's alley. We got these beautiful squirrels. So she drew all of these awesome little icons. I just love it so much. It's simple, yet it's like up to 20 miles. No way. Can they really run up to 20 miles per hour? That's insane. Groundhogs, are they friendly? What do you think? Are groundhogs friendly? No, they're territorial. All right. I don't know who's going to really be afraid of the groundhog, but all right.
Have you ever seen a big groundhog?
No, how big do they get?
They can get massive. And my dog Bean encountered one in our backyard and it was like clicking at her and snapping. It was scary.
I retract my statement then. Wow. Was Bean afraid? Was just like, whoa, I'm not messing with this.
Well, first she was like, oh my gosh, a playmate. And then she was like, you don't want to play, and ran away.
You don't want to play. No, that's crazy. I had no idea. I didn't know they even got that big. Don't mess. These beautiful little hover states. So wonderful little spotlight, backyard animals, and why they're great. Thank you, Abby, wherever you are today. Okay. Next, I would love some input and some feedback from all of y'all about the Educate community. So, as you know, it has been a journey since we kind of kicked this off. The Educate team, as you see it now, has been fully assembled since Alex watched Severance about a year and a half ago. And it's been like our mission to take learning to a more fun, experiential, and social-based platform rather than just like you show up, you take a training, and you say goodbye. For real though. So one of our big goals was always to develop an awesome learning platform and community where we can do exactly what we're doing. We can earn, we can learn, we can achieve, and then we can collaborate and bounce ideas off each other and just really celebrate the creativity amongst us. And so I feel like we are on that road with what we've developed here with Educate, but we're always looking to improve, both in terms of the platform itself and what it is that we offer. So if any of you have any suggestions or ideas, I should say, how we could further evolve Educate, I would love to hear them. I'll give you a chance to think about it. Feel free to pipe up or put it in the chat, doesn't matter. Just take some time and noodle on that. Like I said, we're always trying to make Educate better and make the community itself something that you look forward to coming to and being a part of. So we would love to hear any sort of suggestions that you might have on how we can improve. You added 2 suggestions. I thought you added 1. Yeah, did you put it in a Gene wants more classes? Oh, look at that. All right, updated course list. No, that's the old one. Okay, that one, Gene, I figured out how we can do this. So Gene, one of our OGs, actually took a lot of the courses before we had our shiny new platform. You remember the old course hub days? Like those were crazy, right? Let's see if I can find one real quick. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a course hub. 1 second. I just lost it. It's gone. Sorry, Gene, they're all gone. Not really. Here it is. Okay. This is an old one. This might be like the very first course hub, but this is how we used to run the courses, just in a big microsite style experience where each week you would just have like your lesson, memory lane. Yeah, I know. We would just put the recording here, right? Then all of the content would be in this, and this is all we had. This was kind of like the wild, like this. These were Google Forms. Remember, Liana had 45% more work when we did it this way, because it was like a matter of like wrangling up the Google Forms, putting that in like a Google. It was crazy. So this is how we used to do it back in the good old days. And Gene and Co took their first probably what 2 or 3, maybe even 4 courses through this stuff. My sleep paralysis demon is a Google form. So, I mean, it got us to where we are now. But so I think what we'll do, Gene, is we'll just take these and we'll embed them in different sections on Educate and then add you to that section so then you can access your old course hub, because there's no way to kind of like retroactively take all the content and then put it in a format to like similar to how we do it now. Like this is like what intro to design looks like now, right? It's so much easier on our part to kind of just like run through this stuff. We can't set this up for you, but what we can do is we can take this and just put it on Educate so you can access it there. The good old days, right? This was crazy. We had no idea what we were doing. We're just gonna throw them together. So that's a really good idea. So that's what we'll do there for you, Gene. And then your second one, which I have not seen, more classes. I'd love to have some more classes added pretty soon. That's true. You'll have your Onyx very soon. And you want to learn more. This is a great call out and something that we've passively thought about. Any ideas for what kind of guided design courses you'd like to see? Collecting courses like Infinity Stones. We should send anyone who gets an Onyx an actual like Infinity Gauntlet. An Infinity badge. But that's a good call out. So any ideas of additional courses that you might want to see anybody? Currently, like I said, we've got 2 main tracks. We've got the interactive content creation track, which is learning the ins and outs of developing interactive content creation and identifying opportunities, right? So going really hands-on and in-depth with studio. And then on the other side of the same coin is the visual design track, intro to design. Building on that is visuals and digital layouts, and then capstoning everything is creating your design process. So those are the 5 courses we currently offer. So if you have any other suggestions, we're all ears for. Where are them Ceros t-shirts and them? I know, right? We're working on it. The badges, the sticker badges, also working on that. Those would be sick, right? I told you once before I wanted to do like actual enamel badges, as if you were a Pokemon trainer acquiring badges. You get this little actual badge. You can like stick it in the little like box, showcase them all. I think that'd be pretty fun. Or a Disney adult with a sash. Do Disney adults have sashes with enamel pins on them? I didn't know that. Wow. That's not in our budget. It's not in our budget. That's or a scout. Okay, the scout. Yeah, exactly. Like a Girl Scout, right? That was kind of like what we were thinking originally. And if you look at anyone's like profile, this was very much inspired by 2 things: a game called Risk of Rain 2, and also Girl Scouts. Love the idea of just like this assortment, this line of just like crazy graphics and weird badges. Like, look at Anna's in a rapid amount of time. Anna's gone from like none to just like a full stack, right? And we get into like Max. Look at that. It's getting huge. Like, I wanted it to just kind of like look ridiculous. Like jeans is just ridiculous too. Meg's is the longest that there is. Meg has the longest stack of badges. It is longer than almost a whole line of text. So that was kind of the idea. Go full Girl Scout, go full. If you haven't played Risk of Rain 2, it's a wonderful game. But it's a game where you start with nothing and you slowly acquire items that just makes your character absolutely ridiculous, and they all have these weird icons, and it just is an endless stack of them. What if we just sent everyone Ceros sashes with patches? That'd be cool. Yeah. Len and Meg, neck and neck. Carrie is really close too. She's got a ton. Heather also has a ton. We had a little competition going on within the team between Alex and Pat, but I have to say that Alex has certainly pulled ahead of Pat. That's right. Tell him.
Okay, I started to drop the ball a little bit.
You did, but it's all right. But yeah, look at Nancy's. Like, Nancy's is crazy too. Look at that. Nancy, you're almost at an Onyx. Kaylee, also just rapidly growing. Like, so it's super cool. Anyway, super far off topic. Any ideas off the top of your head of kinds of courses that you'd like to see? Girls rule, boys rule. I'm the winner. I know someone had some ideas up here somewhere. Let me scroll back up to Disney adult. Designing for mobile response. Ooh, mobile. That's a really good one. I think that's a great idea. I see Kelsey taking notes already. Yeah, design for mobile, something like the design process that is less technical, more theory per Mac. Okay, I'm all about that too. I think that's a great idea. I saw one about SDKs too. That could be an interesting one. If we get a lot of like, oh yeah, right there, SDKs. Meg, SDKs would be a really cool one. We could do like a different SDK every week or something like that. Travis knows absolutely everything about SDKs. Him and Adam on the support team know everything about SDKs. And so maybe we could give him a tag team. That's a good idea.
Adam could be a guest star in a guided design course.
I'm all for that. Okay. Mini courses or 5-week courses, both mini and 5-week. Okay. I know nothing. Intro to SDK. Okay, that would be a good idea. Yeah, mini courses. So how big is a mini course? Like, ideally, knowing like your workloads, how big would a mini course be? 3 weeks? So that gives you like an intro week, a couple of like lesson weeks. Well, I guess it'd be like an intro week. We'd have to think about the flow. We'd have to change the flow a little bit because week 5, as you know, is all about like the showcase. So we'd either have to combine that or just cut that out or something like that, or just make the content that we cover much smaller. Intro to SDK and advanced SDK. Okay, I like it. Do we feel like, okay, a lot of SDK, all about it. Sick. Anything, I mean, I know we're all like hardcore studio users. Anything along the lines of editor? Anything along the lines of just like content types? I don't know. Mini courses, SDKs, design process that is less technical, more theory. Oh, so you, okay, so you're saying like get into like the theory of design. Is that what you're meaning, Gene? We can do that. Mobile, I do like the mobile one a lot, Kaylee. Okay. Those are good ideas. Our calendar is insane. So we'll have to think about how we can like fit that in there. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. What happens if I open this here? Well, don't do it. There we go. So this is the nice. This is the event calendar that we like throw together and we loosely base everything off of. And so we just kind of like go from there. And so it gets really, really hectic, giving you an insider scoop of Liana's day-to-day of just trying to like make this all work. So we were actually thinking for next year, yeah, we were doodling here. I think Pat and I had a good doodle sesh the other day too. I've been mastering my 90s S. You want to see it? Watch this. I've got it like down. Oh, whoa. That was a misfire. Meg, you take a note. Watch this. Oh, that's bad. Cracking under pressure. All right, so this is where people screw up, right? So you want to connect this outer one. No, okay, I already screwed up. You want to connect this outer one to the middle. Ready? And then this middle to the outer one. That's right. This, I told you this is where people screw up. Now, this is where people usually go wrong with the S, is they think you got to pull it back up. You don't. I actually can't remember where it goes. I think it's, oh yeah, here we go. Is that right?
I thought they all had to be on the same line. Like the 3 lines are supposed to be.
I screwed that up.
Wait.
Dallin, I've never seen anybody do it like this. I love your artistic interpretation.
Okay, see what I mean? No, that's not it. Okay, how do you do this?
All the lines have to be like equal in a row, like a tally.
Okay, Leona's apparently doing it now.
It's hard to get them lined up though with this Zoom thing.
That's so uneven. It hurts. Okay. Is this just? I flew too close to the sun. Millennial drama. Remember just like etching this in the back of your like 5-star notebook? Oh yeah. Okay. So that's exactly. That looks exactly like mine.
No, your lines were longer. This one should be a little different.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close that out. Oh, okay. It's still there.
It's on the Zoom.
No, how do I delete it off the Zoom?
I'll delete it.
I can't escape. It's 4th grade all over again. Meg, did you go to school fully stacked with like the JanSport backpack, the 5-star 5-subject notebook, and then that big old pencil holder thing with like the clear top with the little bubbles on top? Heck yes, I did. Absolutely, right? Okay, so got a little distracted Love these ideas for courses. But what I was trying to get at is that I think what we're toying around with for next year is doing all 5 of our current courses in succession. So it's a linear process, starting with like interactive content creation to interactive content creation part 2, intro to design, visuals and digital layouts, creating your design process. So one straight track. And then, so that would be for anyone who hasn't completed any of those courses. So maybe in tandem with that, we have a second track of courses, like a Tuesday, Wednesday kind of thing. Maybe like our Wednesday slot goes towards some of these new courses that y'all have suggested. Mobile, SDK, all that kind of stuff. Design philosophy, 90s S's, that kind of stuff. So that is potentially how we might go about it. We'll have to make more badges. Do you guys remember the Dorito badge? I don't know who was in my section when we did the Dorito badge on accident. I think that was actually Mac and Gene. Remember the Dorito Onyx badge? That was hideous. It was gross. Okay, I like it. We also need to think, you just had that flavor yesterday, spicy chili. It's a good flavor of Doritos. We're probably gonna create a few more editor courses, maybe just one more, because we did the non-designers intro to design, which was intro to design, but from the editor standpoint. So it's more focused on doing the design things within editor. And we can't leave these people up to dry while all our studio lovers get all of this fun stuff. So editor templates course, I think that's a good idea. Doritos are vegan?
Only that one flavor. I looked it up because I miss Doritos, but apparently that's the only flavor that's vegan.
Do you eat that flavor?
Other
I haven't
flavors?
had Doritos in a while because I didn't think that they were vegan.
Oh, there you go.
Might get them.
There you go. Okay, let's see. One second. Oh my god. Matt, do you own this t-shirt? That's incredible. Little did you know, everybody, that Kelsey on the Educate team was once Chuck E. Cheese, Chester E. Cheese, whatever his name was, at Chuck E. Cheese. The person behind the mask. It's incredible. Charles, that's right. Charles, not Chester. That's a beautiful shirt. Mac. Oh, that's too good. Charles Entertainment Cheese. Listen, I could never. When I was a kid, I went like when friends would have like parties at Chuck E. Cheese. I was too big to go on like the little rides, so I never got to really enjoy Chuck E. Cheese. How sad is that, right? However, at like water parks and stuff, I could go on the adult size slides a lot sooner than my friends. I am 6'4". Poor giant. It's not easy
Yesterday,
being a giant.
my boyfriend's friend came over, and our apartment, it has like very low ceilings because it's old. And he was 6'8", and he literally didn't fit. Like another inch, and he would be hitting our ceiling. I was like, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Please sit down.
Yeah, I mean, he probably felt like you remember in like Fellowship of the Ring when Gandalf was walking into what's his name's little hobbit hole and he's hitting his head on chandeliers and stuff like, oh, is that how your friend felt?
Probably.
I get it though. I mean, you see what I got to deal with here on a day-to-day basis? I get it. I'm here for your friend. He's got those hobbit doors. I do have hobbit doors upstairs. All right. So I love that. More courses. I think that's probably how we'll go about it. Is we'll have all of our existing courses in a linear track for new community members. And for all of you who have achieved a lot of the badges or will have earned all of them in that time, we'll probably have another track to go through all of those. So 5'4", the most average height for a woman. I've never had to duck a day in my life. Can you guys not see the top shelf of like your cupboards in the kitchen? You not know what's up there?
Not a clue.
You don't even know what it looks like up there, do you? There could be gold up there. You ever seen the top of your fridge, Kelsey?
Well, my fridge is shorter than me now. But
Okay.
no, not
Well,
I didn't used to.
before you moved to Portugal. No way out. That's funny. Kaylee, how tall are you? Kaylee, are you short too? 5'2"? I think that's a new record. Alex, what are you?
Darling, Kelsey and I are both 5'2".
I thought you're 5'3".
I tell people I'm 5'3". I'm not.
Okay.
I'm actually
I
not
measured
fully-
myself, but
Okay.
I'm a
5'2".
little under 5'2". We just round up.
We just round up. Okay.
According to the
Kaylee's
DM.
never, Kaylee's never seen the back of her freezer as well. She doesn't know what's back there. Like like when you open the freezer, if you got a top door freezer, right? In the back, you don't know what's back there.
Behind it, just like the back of it.
Or you know what I mean? Like you open up your freezer if you got one on top, you got all your hot pockets and toaster strudels up here, but what's behind the microwavable goods? You'll never know. Okay. Anyway. You might is anyone taller than Meg? If so, we're gonna give Meg a tall woman badge. It is declared. Oh no, Marlene came in at 5'8". Got you beat, Meg. I'm so sorry. Heather, you're 5'7". Okay, all right. All right. I'm glad we got this established. Okay, love that idea for new courses. We'll get thinking on that. Probably, I mean, as I kind of showed you in our calendar, the rest of our year is pretty stacked with stuff that we got going on. And so our small team of 6 people probably won't get to that till like early next year. So I think you could probably anticipate new guided design courses coming next year. But we'll get thinking on that. So if you do have any other ideas that come up, both in terms of new courses, new design or creative challenges, whatever, as you saw here in our community ideas section, you can totally just add a post. So we can kind of put that in the queue, as Gene has done here. Got 3 upvotes on that one, Gene. Nice. Cool. Appreciate it. All right, moving on. we got a tier maker and questions and help. We spent a lot of time. So for our community activity, I asked Patrick on the Saros Educate team to come up with some tier list makers that we could potentially use as a part of our activity. And what did Pat come up with? He came up with snack tiers, Disney tiers, Pixar tiers, logo redesign tier. What's logo redesign?
It's absolutely fire. It's old logos, new logos, and you have to compare them. And I was like, oh, this is design related instead of just like snack food and movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is the one we're doing then. So I'm going to put this in the chat. Everyone, feel free to open this. Set your tiers for these logos. So you've got the old ones and the new ones. So are you tiering the old ones along with the new ones, or are you tiering just all of them?
Well, I think you're tiering all of them, and then you get to like compare the old KFC versus the new KFC and Burger King, and then you can kind of see where it ranks. Yeah.
Yes. So you just kind of drag them up here, rank them. S tier is like obviously the top, minimalist hell, and then all the way down to So you get the idea. We'll take the next 5 minutes. Fill out your tiers, and then we will examine everyone's work. Let's play some music while we fill out some tiers, huh?
I was just about to ask if you were going to play some music.
Of course. We'll go back to John Summit.
It's murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove, DJ. Gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Oh, I know about your kind. And so I'll have to play. If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say.
Pencils down, everybody. Get your last tiers placed. I don't know how to share these. Okay, that's not that. This is the most iconic logo ever. I don't want to hear it. All right, Pat, let's see yours. I'm gonna stop sharing. Share your screen. Let's see yours, Pat.
Okay. I was gonna say, well, I shared it in the Slack channel.
Oh, can I open? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wrong channel. My bad. Okay. Don't make this easy to share. All right, whose is this? Is this Pat's? Yeah, this is Pat's. Okay, hold on 1 second. Everyone else, I don't know how to like. You know what? Everyone download it and then let's upload it to. Let me send the space that I want to upload it to. So start downloading your final submissions.
Okay, I couldn't figure out how to download it, so I just did a screenshot.
Or take a screenshot.
Yeah.
That works too. That works too. And then put it here. Take a screenshot or download, slap it there. We're gonna look at these. All right, we're starting with Liana's. Okay. Let's hear your justification, Liana.
I don't know. I just like.
Why do you hate Firefox so much?
All
It's
of
all
them
in
down to the
F
F
tier.
tier.
Every single Firefox iteration.
Dude, typical Gen Z has never had to endure Firefox before. Am I right?
Firefox. I just don't like it. I actually didn't like Chrome for the longest time, and I was a big Safari person, but now it's fine.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So, all right. Give us justification for some of these S tiers here.
I just like smooth, big colors.
Smooth, big colors. I get it. Okay.
I was gonna put them both up there, but that was a lot.
Okay. That is a lot. That's a bold choice to put both of them. I actually like this. Is this the former Starbucks one? I like this one a whole lot more than this one. This one nearly went into minimalist hell for me.
Yeah, but the old one, it's nice if you're close up, but farther away, it's just a lot. Everyone knows Starbucks. You need to write it.
All right. Give us your thoughts on give us your thoughts on this C tier. This is like very mid logos, right? So you can consider this one a complex logo, right? Obviously, these like 90s Pepsi and Burger King's one. MasterCard, though, it's big, bold colors, simple colors. It's right in line with all these other ones.
Well, I like the other one better because it like combines the two circles, you know, with those lines.
This one right here. Okay.
And see, that one you can say MasterCard.
Okay. So if we look at your S tiers, these are all like pretty minimalist logos with big bold colors. However, the new Pepsi logo is not included there, nor is the Domino's logo, which I think is S tier, nor is the MasterCard one, which falls in line with your criteria for an S tier logo.
Well, I also had bias for brands. Like I don't drink Pepsi, so
okay.
Go down a couple tiers.
I see. Okay, I get it. All right. I'm gonna refresh, see what else we got going on in here. Jeans. Not a single S tier logo for Jean. Not even one. Oh, this was a group effort. Okay. Goodbye, Marlene. We'll miss you. We got Gene, Mac, Marlene working on this together. So collectively, not a single S tier logo. That's high standards indeed. Okay. Then if there's no S tiers, give us the justification for what is an A tier. Actually, I want justification for what an S tier is and an A tier is, because we only have 2 up here. Everyone else, we're not fans of Discord. This understandable.
Okay, so I didn't know what that logo was. So if I didn't know what the logo was, immediate hell.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
I was like, and they also are basically the same logo. They're very
true.
slightly different. So no.
Okay.
And
no,
nothing made it
get
to S tier just because I couldn't. So our mouse in this room is behind the TV, so it's very slow. So I was trying to do it very quickly, but I couldn't scroll up far enough. So we were just slapping them on as fast as we could.
And then we ran out of time.
And we
to
ran
do
out of
edit.
time.
So
no,
we were trying to kind of get them up there and then adjust. Because remember, we were 3 people trying to debate each one.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Because we definitely had different thoughts.
Okay. I see. Yeah, it was my fault. I rushed you.
Yeah, how
too
dare
long.
you?
I was distracted, obviously very distracted. I can't get mine to pay, says Meg, but apparently I just went from my favorite to hate. Okay, so there's some turmoil going over, some technical difficulties you had going on over there, some time constraints, and that's how we got to here. Okay, noticeably
Yeah,
though,
you have 3 opinions. You know it's going to take a little time.
this is fair. So the iconic current Apple logo is a
Hate.
okay. We don't like it. What is it
I
that
don't
we don't
like
like about
I
it?
don't like the color. It's drab and boring, which we won't get into is Apple or Android better because we're not going to have that discussion here. But where it lives is how you should know how I feel about it.
Okay.
I like the colorful version better.
Same.
Maybe if they had updated that and maybe made it more of a gradient instead of just bars, that I would have liked it better.
A modern spin on the iconic Apple logo. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement there. I like it. Okay. This was a journey for all of you over there in Philadelphia. I'm all about it.
Facts.
Beautiful. Okay. We got time for a couple more. If you got a split, go ahead and split. Otherwise, we will keep going through some of these. Ooh, let's look at Anna's.
Maybe check my email.
Okay. So Anna has Discord. Is this the new Discord one, right? They released or removed some of those okay. In her S tier, she is generous with her S tier. We have Discord. Is this the old or the new Firefox? I don't even know. This is the old one, right? This is old Firefox. This is old Firefox, the new Spotify, the new Windows, and the new Pepsi. Okay. I'm digging this. Anna, what is your justification for these? I will point out that this is quite mirrored or reverse of Liana's. Liana didn't like any of these. Discord and Pepsi almost made it to S tier. Actually, I like the revised version, except revised. Oh, so she's a fan of the new takes. That's Anna's take on this tier maker. She likes the newer versions, the revamp, the iteration, the design process. This Pepsi logo was millions of dollars, by the way. If you ever look at the case study that went behind this new Pepsi logo, it is insane. They were looking at phases of the moon, the circumference of Earth, they went crazy. Some agency just really got them. So you should look that up. I'll try to find the case study and send it to you. But the presentation to Pepsi for this new logo was out of control. The tilt of the Earth, it was a lot. Okay, so Anna likes the revised versions of these logos, except for Firefox. I think I agree too, because I feel like the revised version of Firefox, the whole idea here, right, was speeding around the Earth, right? This really, really blazing fast internet, Firefox, that goes around the world really, really quick. And so that's kind of what was encompassed. It was really cool. I feel like they kind of went away with that with this one. Because the Earth is smaller and purple, but also I just feel like it doesn't capture that same, remember when Firefox came out, it was whoa. It doesn't capture the same thing. So I agree with this. I think this is great. All of Microsoft's gradients I have a really hard time with. Okay. Beautiful, Anna. We got Kaylee's just scanning real quick. Okay, we're not gonna be able to get to all of these. I apologize. We're gonna look at Kaylee's real quick, and then we'll wrap things up. Heyo, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Similar to Anna, we've got Discord, the new Discord right here. This is what I'm talking about right here, though. Take note. The OG Starbucks coffee logo. Iconic. It's New York. It's bold. It's coffee. It shouldn't have ever changed. She put the new one down in F tier. I think I did the same. Did I not? No, I put it in B tier. But it deserves to be down there. Okay. Yeah, this was too gaudy, right? Again, Microsoft's gradients, not a big fan. Yeah, I mean, I think I put this higher up just because of the nostalgia of the OG Google logo, but it's objectively a bad logo. However, one of my favorite logos, which is this Domino's logo for whatever reason, Kaylee put it in minimalist hell. She doesn't like it, but I agree with the Windows one. I'm not a big fan of that one. But look at this up here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is a good spread. Like none of these are like super lopsided, right? Like the D tiers. This is, I would say, D tier. The Spotify one, it can go either way. It's either really lazy or it's really good, but whatever. And then like old school YouTube. In Kaylee's book, didn't make a whole lot of advancement with the new YouTube one. They kind of just took away the gradients and the beveling, and that's about it. So yeah, they're the same. Spotify one makes me mad. I don't know why. This one makes you, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can go either way. Like you can either think it's really good, or it feels just kind of like, I don't know, okay, right? I get it. All right. These are awesome. Again, couldn't go through all of them, but I can see some hot takes in here with, okay, Burger King and S tier, Pat. We got some hot takes. So go check
Burger
them
King
out.
is S tier, like 100%.
Okay, so I think this is a good logo simply because they really go for that like retro Burger King look, right?
They nail it. Yeah.
They nail it. I think the name Burger King is like my favorite thing in the entire world because it's such a stupid name. But I love it. I haven't had the food in years, so I don't know if the food's actually any good or not. But
no.
And the words are the burgers are okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is like it's in a bun. It's incredible. So objectively, I think this is a good logo because they really like Burger King's new branding is very much that retro modern kind of minimalist look, and it looks really good. But is it S tier? I don't know. See, Pat's got Spotify up here in S tier. All right, you can kind of get a feel for everyone's design eye by looking at their rankings here. So, those are beautiful. All right, I know that we are 5 minutes over our allotted time, so if you have to hop, feel free to hop. Otherwise, we're just going to spend the next just a couple minutes answering any questions or any help that you might need concerning Saros. Again, this might be concerning your project, a technical question on how to do something, or just a question in general about Saros. Anything. We'll take the next couple minutes. Everyone put BT in bottom tier. It wasn't that good, right? Again, it's boring. Yeah, it's kind of a lazy logo.
Was that supposed to be like the Bluetooth logo and they just forgot to update it with like the new Bluetooth?
This is what it is.
Oh.
It's like
so Roku. What was the old version?
It's Roku adjacent. And I feel like BT has had this forever. I don't think they've ever changed it.
Yeah, it's been in that forum, but it's a bit chunkier, and it used to be white. It used to be white.
Oh, okay. BT logo. Oh wait,
Get the sort of,
was this the old logo?
yeah.
Oh, so none of us. Okay, thank you, Heather. We want to
Yeah.
know.
Telecom.
It's incredible. Okay. I thought this was just always been their logo since like the beginning of time, but I guess this was like their old one. I kind of like the gradient version.
The kind of T one hung around for ages as well, actually. That one that was just like the T and the dots.
Oh, is this the same company? Did they do this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was British Telecom years ago. Oh, I even remember that one.
Oh, okay. Wow. I had no idea. Look at that. This was Heather's OG BT logo then. And then we went to this one, and then somewhere we went into this Olympia style one. And then we went to this, which was like early 2000s for sure. And now we're here. I kind of like the gradients. I think the gradients look pretty good.
That looks Sky. As new.
Right? Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, so again, it feels like not a whole lot of effort. I think that's why everyone kind of put it down there. Person in it still, it might be. It's like when massive companies change their logos, like they're still out there somewhere, right? You'll find like an old page that's still in use that's like completely out of date. It's probably still there. That's so funny. All right, any questions, completely open-ended? We're here to answer anything that you might have. If your question is if Travis got a haircut, the answer is yes. 100% yes. Very, very sharp looking Travis. Cool. All right. I think that concludes our absolutely chaotic community meetup. Par for the course. I appreciate everyone showing up. Like I said, this was just like a super last minute thing. Yeah, we'll do another one in Q4 probably. We'll promote it a little bit better and have a little more put together structure. I was putting the slides together. As you can see, they're just words on colored backgrounds. But yeah, thank you very much for showing up. If you have any questions, let us know in all the various places within the Saros community. Otherwise, we will see you in the design challenges, in the courses, in the webinars, in the discussion posts, everywhere. I appreciate you all coming and enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Goodbye.